We'll just hop right into it. First, just go ahead and give us a rundown of who you are, what you do, and how long you've now been doing it for.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I mean, my name's Shamir Mallard. So basically, man, I mean, I was just managing car washes beforehand, and now I'm selling life insurance. So it's been pretty good selling life insurance. It's been a big difference in my past life.
And how long you've been doing it for now.
We've been doing it for 8 months, man. Yeah, 8 months.
Damn. Okay. And so before this, you were managing car washes. What was the most you made in 1 month doing that? And now, after 8 months of working with Playbook, how much are you making a month now?
My best month was with my best job in the industry of the car wash world, of course. I was 20 years old, man, making 85K a year, which probably averages out to like six and a half a month. That's probably my best month in the car wash industry. Maybe 7K with a good bonus.
Okay. And how much are you making now with life insurance?
And now pretty much I'm making, shoot, bro, like let's just say Friday I had an $8,000 check. You know what I mean? So I think now it's probably around 60,000 a month. That's what it should be from now on.
Nice. And you submitted or you issued 81. So it could be more. You could make more this month. Um, and you're almost at 100. We'll see what you do next month. But you've been fucking crushing it recently, dude. So congrats on that. So
Thanks.
before this, you were doing the car washing stuff. You were managing car washes. How did you even find out about life insurance?
Yeah, bro. So basically, a year before I joined Playbook, I found out about life insurance. Someone just came up to my car wash job and kind of recruited me into a terrible agency. Won't say any names, but just got recruited to a terrible agency. Got my license. Was probably there for 2, 3 months. Really wasn't working out. Kind of just went back to the car wash full time, and yeah. So I ended up me running into one of my friends who just kind of showed me the Playbook Instagram. Once he showed me the Playbook Instagram, I was like, what in the world is going on? What are these guys doing? I know what life insurance is, but I don't know how they're selling it at such a high level. So I just put my information on the website. Ronnie Salem followed me. I was like, okay, this guy Ronnie, I don't know who this is, but he followed me. He's a stud. And then I don't know where Kyle Hansen texted me. So I guess kind of Kyle Hansen found out I was in Austin as well. And Ronnie was in Philly, so it just made sense for me to stay here in Austin and just run with Kyle.
Yeah. So I guess you came from that. You had the opportunity in life insurance at one point. Obviously, didn't pan out because it wasn't a good fit. You weren't making much money, from my understanding. So you went back to car washing. What then flipped in your mind that made you realize, like, okay, I can't do the car wash long term. This isn't what I'm meant to do. And then what kind of gave you that next gear flip to be like, okay, I'm gonna give this one more shot.
Yeah, bro. Like basically everything I do in my life, I mean, even if it's a regular managing a car wash, a normal job like that, I've always wanted to try my full efforts and make sure that we're exceeding to the best level I could do whatever it is. Of course, I was in talks of getting promotions, general manager, district manager, all kinds of managers. Like, but the best they were saying is like I'll make 125, 150K a year, which just wouldn't cut it. And there was a lot of 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds making that. I was 20, making 85K a year, and I didn't think that was any money. I was making that much money at 20, literally telling myself I need to get rich now. Or I need to get rich now. I don't know how. And I told myself that for 3 more years until we're here today. We have the exact formula. Once Kyle ran the whole playbook down to me, like the actual playbook, that's what a lot of people miss. Like there's a whole playbook system. One of my guys today, he didn't get the sale, and I said, "Yeah, bro, you didn't read a part of the script. That's important for the sale." And Kyle ran down the whole business to me, and it just made sense. And for me, I'm the kind of guy, if I know I could do something and succeed at it, it would make sense for me to do it rather than not to. Just it doesn't make sense. Like people are too skeptical of joining businesses like this, so they just don't believe in themselves. But I knew I was going to win somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that's because of fear or lack of knowledge?
I think it's a little bit of both. So there's a lot of knowledge that people decide not to listen to because of that fear, if that makes sense. People, of course, they have ears open for certain stuff. I've talked to a lot of people who have the fear of them actually doing it. Like they're more scared of the success sometimes than they are of actually failing. And it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Like people don't believe, people will see a guy like me succeeding or a guy like Martin Pierkowski succeeding, and they'll think like, okay, these guys are just they're different. But it's like, no, that's not how it is. Like they're scared to do it. And we're just not scared to win. Because at the end of the day, if you just win, life is good. As you know, bro. So it's just
I
how it
love that.
is.
Okay, so I guess piggybacking off of people failing, when you came in the business in your first 30 to 90 days, what would you say the biggest challenge you faced was?
My biggest challenge, honestly, was probably leaning on my mentor more, Kyle Hansen. I didn't lean on him enough. I thought, I mean, I'm a little bit older than most of the peers in our agency. I'm not old though. I'm 23. But I thought, okay, like maybe I'm a grown man. I'll be able to figure out a lot of this by myself. But then I realized, like, oh shoot, Kyle Hansen, his best month so far is like 60. He could easily write 100 if he didn't have a team and wasn't so focused on making sure his legacy is actually set. So it's like, yeah, why don't I just listen to him? And then like actually fully listen to him and use him as a tool and a resource in my life. So I just started doing that a lot more, start being more coachable. I was always coachable, but I wasn't as coachable as I should have been. I wasn't ready to jump off the cliff
Yeah, what
and
would
just
you say?
expect to. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So, what would you say is like one thing that you think you were doing before you really, let's say, had that like almost come to Jesus moment, realizing, okay, I need to listen a little bit more to Kyle. What do you think you were doing before that that you switched that really like took your business from here to here?
It was intentionality, bro. It was as simple as sitting next to people in the office and just catching myself in side conversations too much. Like now, that kind of stuff pisses me off. Like now, it's like when I'm dialing, I don't want anyone around me talking about any BS. And if BS is brought up, it better be less than a minute, less than 30 seconds, really. You know what I mean? And that's where the real intentionality comes of making sure you're on the phones and actually using your time wisely on the phones. Because people can dial 14 hours a day, but actually making sure you get 3 cells out of the 14 hours is a totally different story. Making sure every time you jump on a phone call, you're ready for that buyer. Most people let buyers off the phone and they don't even realize that was a buyer. You just weren't ready.
Do you think that do you think that intentionality or do you think that intentionality or volume of work matters more in this business?
Intentionality. Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people that they dial the hell off the phone, but they're not intentional with every cell, with every word, with what they're doing between their dials. Like you could dial 1,000 numbers a day, but you could just fail every single call. You know what I mean? And not actually learn from your call. You have to look at the call you just failed on. Say you got a banking objection. You didn't mess up at the end of the call. You messed up at the beginning. So actually replay the whole call in your head, and then you'll realize why you messed up. So you actually learn something instead of just running through the role play. The more you actually learn every call, the next call gets easier if you try to learn from the last one. So I would say definitely
Yeah, I
intentionality.
remember. Yeah. I was hoping you were going to say that. I remember that when I came in the business, one of the first things that I heard Kyle say, so I remember it was super late. It was one of the first times I was like really alone with Kyle. I think it was me, Kyle, Noah, and Tanner at like probably 1 a.m. EST. And we're all in a room watching Aaron dial. Or he was trying to close something. And afterwards, whatever panned out, they're going over the call. I remember Kyle told me, he was like, it was actually directed towards Aaron, but I was just listening. He's like, the number one thing that I took from Tanner when I came in the business and that excelled my growth faster than anything was that when Tanner told me to change something or to like not do something again, I never made the same mistake twice. And I think that goes back to intentionality because some people, like you were saying, it's like, okay, you got to lean on the guy that brought you in the business. But I think some people still hear that and they're like, okay, I'm going to ask the questions to look like I'm engaged, to look like I care about getting better. But then not a lot of people actually apply the stuff they're being told into that next call. Because, bro, you could go over the same objection 20 times with your manager, your upline, whatever you want to call it. But if you're not actually going to try to fix it on the next call, it's never going to matter. It's like when
Yep.
somebody's stuck on the intro. It's like, bro, if I've told you to handle like I'm not interested and you continue to pick up the phone getting told I'm not interested and you're trying to get past it a different way every single time, like you've lost your mind. You're not being very intentional and you're making the
Mm.
same mistake over and over and over again. Um, so that was something I've always kept in my mind because now when Tanner tells me something, I'm like, dude, I ain't gonna mess it up again. Because if I can just focus on not repeating a mistake more than once, there's only so many mistakes you can make, and then at that point, once you're good enough, it's just double down, double down, double down. Um, so then, I guess going into kind of the next question, what do you think the biggest misconception about our industry is? And after being in our industry, how do you think that differs from what you thought about it before you came in?
I would say there's two biggest things I always hear, still to this day here, and I just know those aren't true. So it's a lot of people say like, "Oh, life insurance isn't needed. Y'all are just scamming people. You're taking their money." There's so many families that I know and heard of. I have clients personally that their families were blessed from life insurance. So that's one thing that it makes it a lot easier. Life insurance is something we actually all need. Everyone dies, everyone's born every day. So it's something we actually need to help people with. A lot of people actually need this and they need our help. They're waiting on us to call. I call people all the time. I call so many people, man, that are like, "Oh, I've been waiting on you to call me. I've been waiting on someone to call me." And then we just give them the life insurance. And another thing is with the chargebacks, man. Like chargebacks, once you actually start writing business, like real business, a lot of people say, okay, I could write 40, I could write 25, whatever it is. Like once you actually start writing 60, 70, and when you have a team, as you know, like that changes the game. Like chargebacks aren't a thing. But then also the people that complain about chargebacks, their business isn't clean. It can't be. It can't be as clean as like a guy who's not complaining about chargebacks. You know what I mean? So it's to the point where I deal with chargebacks as well. A lot of people promise they could spend something that they can't. It just happens. But the chargebacks don't affect the business like people say it does. They just get scared because they don't believe that they get one charges back, they could outsell it with 10 policies. And the chargeback never happened.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like one thing I always see on social media, whether it's in a Instagram comment section, TikTok, somebody actually making a video, like someone in high ticket or door to door, they're always saying nobody in insurance tells you about chargebacks. And that pisses me off more than anything because it's like, not only is it dumb that people don't tell new guys about chargebacks, but it's like, just explain to them why people get chargebacks and explain to them that they're not that big of a deal if you're just working. You don't feel the only reason you ever feel chargebacks is if you stop working. Bro, if you're
Yeah.
writing 10K a week and you get one chargeback every week or so, bro, you ain't gonna feel that chargeback. You're gonna write it off before you even realize you had a chargeback. One thing I remember, we had a training call, the one that Noah was running. I want to say a week or two ago. Someone asked him about chargebacks or his persistency. That's what it was. Somebody said, "What's your persistency?" And because I guess they wanted to know about his chargebacks because he's writing what, like 60, 70, 80K a month, something like that, like what you're doing right now. And his response was, dude, I don't even know how to check persistency. And that's so funny to me because it's like a guy that's writing more business than 99% of the entire company doesn't even know how to check his persistency because he never even feels a chargeback. And that's
And he has
someone who's writing more business than almost anyone.
Yeah, bro. He has some of the cleanest business as well. Like I personally work with Noah every day. Like he has some of the cleanest business, and people say, "Oh, these guys they write so much, the chargebacks must be hitting." Trust me, like they're not. Like some do, but they're actually not actually hitting the bank account at all. Like the bank account doesn't feel them, and that's
That's
that's kind of
hilarious.
just where a lot of people are. Oh, the chargebacks. Oh, have they hit yet? Have they hit yet? Like, no, that can't be a thing. It's like think about it this way, man. Like another business. Let's say Subway. Subway buys, say they buy too much bread. You know what I mean? Now we have all this bread, we have all this food. It goes bad. We didn't sell enough sandwiches. Guess what? We're gonna have to throw all that away. It's a chargeback. Other businesses have chargebacks as well, just in different forms. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. All these restaurants, they throw away so much food. They're chargebacks. They have to pay for that food to get cooked. You know what I mean? Unless it was bad meat that they sell in the back of the kitchen. But it's not just
Yeah.
life insurance or chargebacks.
Okay, so talking a little bit more about how much production you're personally doing a month. So for anybody watching who's looking into life insurance, doesn't know much about it, production is basically total sales. So Shamir sells more than 99% of our entire company on a month to month basis. So obviously you've only been here for about 8 months. You're writing 20 to 30K a week. And this month you're going to deposit, what was it, like 70K, 70 to 80K. Walk me
For
through what your schedule
Mhm.
was. Sorry, what was that?
No, you're good. You're good. It cut out for a second. Continue.
Oh, okay. So walk me through what your day-to-day schedule looks like from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed to be writing 20 to 30K weeks.
Yeah, bro. So basically, I usually wake up around. I wake up too early. I wake up around 7. Usually, what I would do is first thing in the morning, I'll start checking on my business. Of course, it's a business, so we have to make sure we know what money's coming in, what money's coming out. These chargebacks we were just talking about, we gotta see if there's any of those. More than likely, there's not. But little stuff like that. That's usually what I spend my first 30 minutes from like 7 to 7:30. I'll jump in the shower. Showers in the morning are the best thing for me. It just wakes me the hell up. So I'll jump in the shower probably for like 30 minutes, like take my time, kind of enjoy myself and like just chill. You know what I mean? Just relax before the actual war happens. Literally, like it's just like the calm before the war, because business is war. And then as soon as 8:30 ish happens, I mean we're already heading to, or if around 8:30, 8, we're already heading to the office, man. Usually from 9 to 10, I'm having my boys. A lot of my boys are newer, so 9 to 10, I'm just with them, making sure that okay, let's get the rhythm going, let's get the momentum going. Let's see if we can get a sellout before I jump on the phones. Maybe let's see if we can get some good conversations where now, okay, I see you have a rhythm. Now I feel good just leaving you there. I'm gonna jump on the phones and fully focus on that. So usually around like 10. Lately, man, I mean, just because I have a lot of newer guys, I've been wrapping my days up around like 5 ish, 6 ish, like on the phones. Just
Yeah.
because some days if I'm at 7, 10K, like at that point in time, the money for me isn't the point anymore. Like we got to make sure my boys are eating. So like I was straight up jump off the phone around 5 or 6, depending on the day, and then just help them out for the rest of the night. Trainings, about to have a training right after this. You know what I mean? Just making sure we got the trainings for them going, making sure got them on the script because that's the most important key part of it. Making sure their mentals are right, making sure I'm checking in with each and single guy. Shoot, man, that could last until 1 a.m. sometimes. You know what I mean? Making sure
Yeah.
if they struggle in a certain way, like we're just gonna go over the script at that certain point over and over and over, and then hopefully tomorrow they won't struggle as much. You know what I mean? So little stuff like
Yeah.
that, usually around midnight, 1 a.m. Of course, from that 8 to around midnight, 1 a.m. I'm just recruiting as well. My assistant, she bless her soul, she sends 25 DMs out every day, and it works. So it's helping me out there. So I'm actually able to just she sends the initial DM, whoever answers, I just respond to. So it's been working out with that as well. She's been getting all those door to door guys because I'm telling them you can't be out there in the summer, man. You got to be in the air condition. Our brand new office, which you gotta have to come visit. But yeah, bro, that's kind of my day to day. Um, right now, I mean, the business is all that's really mattered. If no one's hitting my phone up, I don't reach out to anybody unless it's about business. It's just how it is. Those are the kind of sacrifices I told myself I was going to make in the beginning. And bro, we just got to keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like I made a post the other
Yeah.
day just joking around. Like the person who texts me the most is my bank account. Like seriously, it's the truth, bro. Like it actually is. Like my mom and
I
dad don't
love
even
that.
text me as much as my bank texts me, and that's a good thing now. Like I
Like
mean, it's really a good thing because my bank texts me a lot. So you know what I mean. It's
thank and
just life is the business. Yeah.
no, okay. So in my opinion, and I ask this question on every single one of these calls, I think the most important thing in life insurance, especially right now with how much BS there is about dialers, AI systems, like all this extraterrestrial stuff, all this alienated BS, like that really doesn't matter. The most important thing in life insurance right now is making sure you're working with the right agency. So, based off of your results, our results as a whole versus everyone else you see in life insurance, what do you think separates us from everyone else and every other agency out there?
Yeah, bro. Just to start with the beginning, the thing that everyone likes the most, the money. So we already have with FFL. I mean, it's everyone knows nationwide we have the best compensation. No one starts at the compensation we start at as high as we do, and no one gives you the ceiling that we have. You know what I mean? Here at FFL. So realistically, I'll say that's the biggest thing that I guarantee keeps a lot of people in the doors. But then not even that, but the important stuff, which is actually building the business. The system that Playbook has as well as FFL, it's literally set up to where you can put a dummy in. I mean, I was a dummy when it comes to life insurance when I started this. You could put him in the system, give him free leads for 10 weeks. He's going to have some bread in his pocket. By the time the 11th week comes, he'll be able to buy leads and then actually run his business by himself. And it's all played out on the website. There's training videos. I fell asleep watching Tanner Mendelson's training videos. I fell asleep watching Ronnie's training videos. I just fell asleep reading the script sometimes. I fell asleep watching how to even write an application. So I didn't have to go to Kyle Hansen all the time to be like, how do I write this application, man? How do I write this application? Just watch the videos that were given to me. It's as if you have a virtual upline and your upline can just tell you, yeah, look at the website right here. And it's right there.
Yeah.
Teaches you how to write applications, how to do the e-signatures, help them out on the e-signatures, teach them over the phone how to do the e-signatures, the clients. It teaches everything. So that's one thing that I know for sure is a difference. And people are actually winning here. A lot of other agencies, they say they're winning, but they have nothing to prove for it. Like they have nothing to show. And I'm not even talking about money wise, like actual issued premium, actual, you know what I mean? Like actual business that actually
Yeah.
runs and can sell a million a month. A lot of businesses in the insurance industry don't sell a million a month like WealthWave. It's just the truth. A lot of people will never sell 40K a month in their career. You know what I mean? I'm at a place to where, bro, I was in the month of March, I was number 7 or number 6 out of Playbook, and I sold 77K. Number one sold about 200K. 200K. And I'm pretty sure to even get into top 25, you had to at least have 50, 55K just to get to
Yeah.
top
I think it was
25. But then I know I'm in the right spot as well here in Austin, Texas with Tanner Mendelson and WealthWave and Kyle Hansen because I think out of the top 25, I think 11 or 10 of us were all in WealthWave and there was 3 of us in the
yeah.
top 10. So shout out to Travis and Martin Pierkowski. Like it's like, bro, there's to the point to where yeah, I think I'm in the right spot. Just makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so let's rewind. You're the first person that has said something about compensation. So I know that if somebody's watching this who has maybe DM'd other people, has talked to guys that run other agencies, I know that there's agencies out there whose sole recruiting tactic is like, I'll start you at 100% comp. I'm sure you've ran into people in your DMs that are like, well, what do you start people at? Obviously, we start people at 85 because we don't sell off of comp. But what
Hmm.
would you say to somebody who's been offered one of these like 100%, 110% comps? What would you say to that guy? What makes us different and why does that not matter at all?
I would ask how much that guy offering the comp made last month. That's serious. And and is he the owner of the captive company? Is that a question too? That's what I would ask. Is he the owner of the captive company? Like, is he one of the main guys at the captive company that's promising you that? Because if it is, then yeah, it makes sense because the products they're going to give you to sell are going to be terrible. So no one's going to buy those products. So your 100% probably won't get you any more money than the 85% will. When you actually have good leads, good resources. I mean, we have literally in agency leads that are just for our agency. You know what I mean? And they're not captive leads. That's not what they are. Like, because we could write so many different carriers. That's another thing I didn't even bring up. We have 7 or 8 different carriers that we work with as well. And these carriers are business partners. I mean, we are most of their business. So it's not like we're just working for them. It's a relationship to where they understand, okay, playbook, FFL, like we need these guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You've seen it. Like you were there at convention. You just know how it is.
Yeah, it's funny that you say relationships because I think that that's something that's so overlooked. Because now, like, there's other places, other IMOs. Some of these places, I don't even know if they're an IMO or an agency. And they're like, oh, well, now we have this carrier and we have this carrier that FFL has. And my response is, yeah, but to them, like, you're just another ant in the ant farm. If we have a problem and Ronnie or Tanner calls our carrier reps, boom, problem solved in 10 minutes. Bro, we've had people accidentally termed and then one call's made and boom, you're back on the books. Like, I can only imagine what some of these other places go through when they've got a problem. Like, they're trying to talk to customer service, they're trying to talk to people on the phone who don't speak English, no offense, and
Yeah.
then we make one call and every problem solved. You have a problem with
Mhm.
an application, you have a problem with one thing. We call somebody that knows our agency by name. We have somebody that knows the people who brought us in the business by first name basis. Like, we don't have a problem with any of this stuff that all these other places have problems with. And
Yeah.
it's like, I feel so grateful and so blessed for that reason. Like, there's so much stuff. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends about it the other night. It blows my mind that it's even a question if I'm somebody who's looking into life insurance, where to go. Because I made this same analogy to somebody last night. It's like if I was the best high school football player in the country, I want to go to whoever's winning the national championship. And
Mm.
Playbook is damn well winning the national championship every single month, just based off of numbers alone. So, in what world does it make sense? Like, oh yeah, uh, Jimmy and Nancy's agency over here is doing 100K with 25 riders. I'm gonna go over there and test my luck. Like, okay, well, give
Yeah,
Shamir a call in 2 months, and we'll see how that's working for you.
yeah, because it'd be crazy when I would do that all by myself in a month.
Yeah,
But it's because I'm
I
in
love when
play.
I see you post. It's like
It's
you'll
because I'm in
post and you're
playbook.
like, people dream of doing these numbers in a week. I just did this in 6 hours.
You gotta have fun with it,
That's
man. You
so
gotta have
cool,
fun with it.
bro.
But yeah, man, it's crazy
I love.
because people like you said, the relationships they think they don't need relationships with any kind of business. Like I had a lady tell me, "Oh, so these carriers are your boss?" Like, no, they just pay me really big checks because I market their businesses. That's all it is. All we do is call people and market their products, and they pay us really big checks. And they don't tell me
Yeah.
when to do it. They don't tell me if I have to do it. We just do it. So it's a business relationship.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've kept you on here for a while. We'll finish up with this. If somebody is on the fence about getting into life insurance sales right now, what would you tell them?
I would just ask them, bro, what really do you have in the books right now for you? If it's not life insurance, I talk to a lot of door to door guys. Okay, you're doing door to door. How successful are you in door to door? Is it working out for you? I know it's a summer thing where summers are real successful. How are your next 3 summers looking? Because if you join this business, your next 3 years, after your next 3 years, every day is going to feel like a summer. You know what I mean? If you really take it serious. But then there's a lot of guys that would just barely make it, and they're going to be working really hard in the life insurance industry forever. But if everyone really thinks they're so special, because it's the truth, everyone has the ego, they think they're so special, then why don't you just do the best industry to be in, which is life insurance? Something everyone needs. Medical insurance, you legally need medical insurance, which is why you don't make enough money when you sell medical insurance. I'm not sure if you caught that. Like that's a real fact for a reason. Like a lot of people say, oh, well, medical insurance has the renewals, they have this and that. Everybody has to have medical insurance legally, so they end up not keeping their medical insurance. I'm sorry, they end up not keeping their medical insurance, so they end up just slipping around looking for something cheaper forever, like forever.
Yeah.
But that's just something people don't talk about in that kind of industry. You know what I mean? But then they still got to deal with chargebacks too. But then when it comes to the life insurance, it's like once you actually find a good client that's going to stick with you for life, yeah, there's renewals as well. But then you actually have them for life. Because why would they switch their life insurance policy if we get them the best rate? Which we do because we're at FFL.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? So that's exactly what I would tell them is like, what else would you do? Like door to door is cool and all, but I love being in the AC, calling more people than you talk to every single day. Plus, I'm making more sales and making more money off each sale. And I'm in the
Yeah.
AC. I live in Texas, bro. You live in Arizona. Me and you don't want to be walking the streets. I'm sorry, but it's way too hot. We live in deserts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I would tell them really. That's most of the kind of people I talk to. They're in one of those industries if they're in sales. And the car salesman
Yeah.
guys, I mean, don't even start with that. It's like, bro,
Yeah, bro. That blows my mind. Blows my
yeah.
mind.
Like selling cars is
All right.
cool and all, but yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. I know you got to get to your training. Where can people find you on social media?
My Instagram is just Shamir, CHISMERE, and that'll be my social right there, my guy.